Have you ever wondered how many properties the world's billionaires own? Imagine having not only one or two, but dozens of homes scattered across the globe, each an architectural masterpiece in its own right. This is the reality for many of the world's billionaires. Take Oprah Winfrey, for instance. She owns a stunning 40-acre estate in Montecito, California, along with properties in the tropical paradise of Hawaii. Then there's Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon and one of the wealthiest people on the planet. His portfolio includes residences in Miami, Washington, D.C., Manhattan, and Maui, and it doesn't stop there. Larry Ellison, co-founder of Oracle Corporation, owns a jaw-dropping 24 homes, with properties in Newport, Rhode Island, Woodside, California, and Malibu. He even owns the majority of the Hawaiian island of Lanai. It's not just about owning homes, though. For these billionaires, property acquisition serves multiple purposes. It's a status symbol, a testament to their success. It's an investment, a way to grow their immense wealth even further. And of course, it's about personal enjoyment, a chance to experience the best life has to offer in multiple locations. Privacy is another crucial factor. To maintain their solitude and secure additional space, these billionaires often purchase neighboring properties. After all, when you're a billionaire, why settle for a single home when you can own the entire neighborhood? This property portfolio phenomenon isn't limited to a few billionaires. Other ultra-wealthy individuals like hedge fund manager Ken Griffin and former Google CEO Eric Schmidt also own multiple homes. So it's clear that these billionaires have a keen interest in acquiring properties, but what happens when disaster strikes? In August 2023, a devastating wildfire hit Maui, a popular location for billionaire property owners. So how did they respond? This paradise island, a haven for the rich and famous, found itself in the grip of a catastrophic blaze. As the flames danced and the smoke billowed, the island's billionaire homeowners found themselves faced with a choice: to stand by and watch, or to step up and take action. Among those who chose the latter was media mogul Oprah Winfrey, who, alongside actor Dwayne Johnson, launched the People's Fund of Maui. This initiative promised monthly financial assistance to the island's permanent residents, a lifeline for those whose homes and livelihoods had been swallowed by the flames. The fund received an initial donation of $10 million from Winfrey and Johnson, a significant sum that would be bolstered by contributions from the public and other wealthy individuals. One of those other individuals was Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. Alongside his fiancée, Lauren Sanchez, he established the Maui Fund, a $100 million initiative aimed at aiding recovery efforts on the island. This fund represented a significant contribution to the wildfire relief efforts, a beacon of hope amid the ashes and charred remnants of the island's once thriving communities. Yet, while Winfrey, Johnson, and Bezos were quick to lend their support, not all of the island's billionaire homeowners followed suit. Some, like Peter Thiel, Jimmy Buffett, Jensen Huang, and David Duffield, remained conspicuously silent in the wake of the disaster. Their lack of public response stood in stark contrast to the generosity displayed by their wealthy neighbors. While some billionaires stepped up their efforts to aid in the disaster, others remained silent. But what about Mark Zuckerberg? What's his story? While many billionaires responded to the Maui disaster with donations and relief efforts, Mark Zuckerberg had a different approach. It appears that the co-founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, has opted for a more unconventional route. Reports are coming in that Zuckerberg is constructing an underground bunker in Maui. Now this raises a few intriguing questions. Why would he choose this course of action? How does it contrast with the responses of other billionaires? And what might it signify about future billionaire responses to disasters? In the face of a disaster, most of us would think of providing aid, helping rebuild, or at least donating to those who can. And that's exactly what many of the billionaires we've mentioned did. They gave generously, using their vast fortunes to provide immediate relief and support recovery efforts. But an underground bunker? That's a whole new ballgame. Zuckerberg's decision to build a bunker might seem unusual, but it could be driven by a variety of factors. Perhaps he's considering the long-term impacts of climate change and the increasing frequency of natural disasters. Or maybe he's thinking about the need for a safe haven, not just for himself, but for others too. It's even possible that he sees this as a form of investment, a way to safeguard his assets in an unpredictable world. But how does this compare with other billionaires' responses? Let's be honest, it's a stark contrast. While others are opening their wallets and hearts, Zuckerberg is digging deep into the earth. It's not necessarily a bad thing, just different. And it's this difference that makes it so fascinating. What does this mean for future billionaire responses to disasters? It's tough to say, but it could signal a shift in how the ultra-wealthy react to crises. Instead of just throwing money at the problem, they might start thinking more strategically, looking at ways to protect themselves and their assets from future disasters. It's a trend we'll certainly be keeping an eye on. So while each billionaire has their own way of dealing with crises, it's clear that their vast property portfolios can sometimes present unexpected challenges. So, what can we learn from these billionaires and their responses to the Maui disaster? There's a certain irony in the fact that these ultra-wealthy individuals, who own vast properties scattered across the globe, were not immune to the ravages of nature's fury. The Maui wildfires served as a stark reminder that wealth and status do not shield one from disaster. Each billionaire's response to the crisis was as unique as their property portfolio. Oprah Winfrey and Dwayne Johnson launched a relief fund, while Jeff Bezos' fiancée set up a separate recovery fund. Others, like Peter Thiel and Jimmy Buffett, remained silent. Then there's the intriguing case of Mark Zuckerberg. Instead of publicly donating or setting up a fund, he took a different route and started constructing an underground bunker on his Maui property. Perhaps a testament to the saying, once bitten, twice shy, Zuckerberg's response reflects a more personal approach to disaster management. In conclusion, owning multiple properties around the world isn't just about status, investment, or personal enjoyment. It's also about the unexpected responsibilities that come with it, like managing crises and potentially building bunkers. As we've seen, owning a vast property portfolio isn't always about status and enjoyment. Sometimes it also involves dealing with unexpected crises in unique ways. Before we move on to our next discussion, we'd like to take a brief pause. If you're enjoying this video and find our content enlightening, don't forget to show your support. You can do that by hitting the like button and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us create more interesting content like this. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified of our latest uploads. Now let's dive back into the world of billionaires and their unique approaches to managing crises. Stay tuned. Moving on, let's delve deeper into the intriguing world of billionaire crisis management. When the stakes are as high as their net worth, how do these magnates handle disasters? For instance, during the Maui wildfires, tech titan Larry Ellison, owner of 98% of Lanai Island, employed an unconventional approach. Instead of relying solely on public firefighters, he formed a private firefighting crew for his island. This move, while controversial, proved effective in controlling the spread of the fire on his property. Such incidents raise questions about the role of private wealth in public crises. It's a delicate balance for these billionaires, juggling their personal interests with the broader societal implications. As we've seen, their responses can vary greatly, from philanthropic gestures to self-protective measures. Before we continue, remember to hit the like button if you're finding this discussion intriguing and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content.